Phantom Thread is a 2017 film by Paul Thomas Anderson following renowned couture dressmaker Reynolds Woodcock, portrayed effortlessly by the great himself in his final role of his career, Mr. Daniel Day-Lewis. The film is set in London in the 1950s, where Reynolds creates stunning, elegant dresses with his sister Cyril, played by Lesley Manville, for royalty and movie stars. Reynolds is constantly surrounded in this scene by beautiful, gorgeous women that he kind of rolls through on a quick basis because he finds himself very controlling and meticulous and believes himself doomed for love. That is until he falls for a quirky waitress named Alma, portrayed by Vicky Krieps. The two enter into a tumultuous relationship that quickly rolls into a game of cat and mouse that leaves the audience wondering just how long our characters can even keep this up for. Tiptoeing to a finish line that comes in the form of one particularly tense scene, Phantom Thread takes all the time that it can, fully submerging its audience into a sort of nail-biting, trepidatious love affair that constantly borders on absolute chaos. The setting feels so sterile and clean in the houses of London dressmaking that in one particular scene, when a dress gets a scuff on it, the entire house of dressmaidens goes into complete disarray trying to scrub this thing perfectly clean. And this meticulous nature allows for greater impact felt anytime something is even remotely out of place in this beautiful, beautiful film. And it adds to the suspenseful melodrama that Paul Thomas Anderson is effectively painting for us. Phantom Thread does something really interesting here. It acts as a metaphor tonally for what our two main characters are going through. We see the build, we get excited, and then we find stagnation. As the relationship settles in and things begin moving a little bit slower, the movie begins to move a little bit slower. And sometimes it borders, unfortunately, on that B word that I don't want to say, but boring. That being said, I think that it's necessary to convey what Paul Thomas Anderson is trying to convey, and that is that these characters do start to feel a little bit almost bored with each other, and they start using that boredom to cut at each other's throats. The actual nature of the relationship by the two main characters is felt. It is unbelievable to me that I was able to actually feel these emotions along with the characters, and that really does to me show that Paul Thomas Anderson is not just a great director, he's a freaking master. This metaphoric device will not work for everybody. In fact, it hardly worked for me until a couple of days later when I finally realized what happened. But when looked at as a whole, this movie feels like entirely planned out. Every little meticulous detail, just like Reynolds Woodcock, is given the utmost attention and importance here. Phantom Thread is able to use these two ridiculously good actors, Vicky Krieps and Daniel Day-Lewis, to sort of dive into different psychoses of control and vulnerability as we see in their relationship in the film. Jonny Greenwood really deserves all the credit in the world because this is one of the most unbelievable scores, exactly capture the emotions being displayed on screen. Big shout out to the London Contemporary Orchestra because this shit is brilliant. Vicky Krieps, entirely new actress to the American screen, but she's been in plenty of films in Luxembourg, Germany, and France, and she is just unbelievable on display here. I'm really bummed out that she didn't get a nomination at the Academy Awards because, damn, this girl goes toe-to-toe with Daniel Day-Lewis in this without missing a beat. Lesley Manville, the Queen of Shade, got that from my boy Take Brett. What's up, Brett? Lesley Manville portrays kind of a bitch really well. She is great as Reynolds' sister Cyril, and I like that she got the Oscar nod as Best Supporting Actress, though I do feel we could have used just a hair more of her. Overall, Phantom Thread can be a little bit slow at times, so if you're really not into watching an art piece go on for about 2.5 hours, really sinking yourself into a sort of quiet, brooding storyline, this might not be the film for you. As far as I go, I loved the film. I think that if you're really a big fan of Paul Thomas Anderson or Daniel Day-Lewis or any other collaborations, you are going to absolutely love this film. It is a roller coaster of emotion. Paul Thomas Anderson is a freaking master in chief of directing. This is awesome, deserves all the accolades. It's got 6 Academy Award nominations. I can't wait to see how well it does this year. That's it for me, guys. Those are my thoughts on Phantom Thread. Now it's your turn. Hop into the comment section down below after clicking thumbs up and sharing this video with all of your friends. If you like what I'm doing here at Brown Couch, please feel free to hit subscribe. I do movie reviews weekly, and I love to hear what you guys think of them. As always, guys, keep it real. Get your butts into a local cinema and see Phantom Thread as soon as you can. My name is George. This is a Brown Couch. I'm sitting on it just talking about movies like I do every week, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.